Hi everyone, this is Heather again, and this is going to be another video in our series on how to use Tradytics complex tools under this heading. So today we are going to talk about Yinyang, which is a pairs trading tool. So if you're familiar with what pairs trading is and what coin integration is, then this is a perfect tool for you. But even if you're not, this tool can sometimes generate really good ideas. So I'll explain what it does and how to find good trade ideas from here. So what this tool basically does is I'm actually going to open up the dashboard for one of the trade ideas. What this tool does is it looks at a pair of stocks and it finds stocks that always move at the same distance from each other. The price moves at the same distance from each other. In technical terms, this means that their co-integration that they are co-integrated with each other. That's it. And in layman terms, that just means that the distance between their price always remains the same. The concept here is that since the distance between their price always remains the same, or at least 90 to 95% of the time remains the same, whenever that distance gets too close or gets too wide, then we are going to expect that the distance is going to revert back to the mean distance. And that's the whole idea. So let me actually show you. So we can see that right here. So this is an example for MVIS and MARA, where we have MVIS as the bullish symbol, MARA as the bearish symbol. We can see that MARA is red and MVIS is green. We can see that MARA and MVIS always remain at almost the same distance from each other, right here. Now in this point, the distance gets too close, right? And so all this probably 2 months actually, the distance has actually remained too close for MARA and MVIS. But look at what happened here again. The distance again started to remain at the same value for MARA and MVIS. So again, we can see that the distance between MARA and MVIS has remained the same throughout this time period, about 2 to 3 months here. Then there was an anomaly here where the distance again got too small, but again immediately the distance again started to be at the same value. Then here you can see that we went up. Now this is not zoomed out, but you'll see that the distance again started to remain very similar. But now at this very point in time, this was given at about April, let's see, April 3rd. This was an April 5th. This trade idea was posted on April 5th. So around April 5th here, the distance, as you can see, we were down, then we got too close again. So the distance at around April 5th again got too close, or either let's say too away from the prices got too away from each other. So that's a signal that the prices are going to revert back to the mean distance, and we can leverage this information to find a trade idea where we are going to buy MVIS and we are going to sell MARA, and those are again based on just these distant values. Now sometimes this might not be good information to look at because you can't really see everything clearly. So what we have is these extension scores for you. These extension scores show you a normalized value of the distance between MARA and MVIS, and you'll see that this value juggles between 0 and 20 and minus 20. So it came down, it went up, it stayed up, but then it came out again. So it is going to always revert back to the mean value of 0. So 0 is the reversal line here. Now we can see that it came back, it went up again. So if you would have, let's say, bought one and sold the other here, then again we go here. So this is just the a normalized difference. So if you bought one and sold the other, then the distance is now increasing, you're going to profit. Now here, if you sold the first one and bought the second one, let's say, then the distance by this time is going to again decrease, so you're going to profit again. Now when it comes here, again you buy and sell, so you buy one, sell other, then the distance is going to increase. So again, you are always profiting from this reversal trend, or from this reversion to the mean. Now right here we can see that the distance increased just too much. Like this is way too high. Like stocks, especially when they are, let's say, highly co-integrated, should revert back to their mean after, let's say, 20 minus 20, 40 minus 40. They shouldn't extend too much. When they do, they mostly come back to the mean as well, and they actually do that pretty quickly. So we can see that when we went here, we immediately came back, but at this point in time we are still far away from the mean, right? So this is where the trade idea was posted, because right now we are still far away the mean and we are going to go back to the mean. And it was posted on April 5th, and this, the white line, is from the next day onwards. So this is actually the future, because we are looking at a trade idea from April 5th and right now it's May 3rd. So this is the future, and you can see how well it behaved. We finally went back to the reversal line and then we went down from it. So that's the magic behind this tool. It's a really powerful tool, but you need to understand what's happening, and this relationship doesn't always hold in the future, so you need to keep that in mind. Maybe the relationship between these two prices has changed statistically, which might mean that in the future it's just not going to go to the reversal line. That obviously happens with many trade ideas as well. But this is a really powerful tool. These are not predictions. We are just basing everything based on statistical properties of two pairs always moving with each other. Whenever those statistical properties break, we think that they are going to revert back to the normal properties, and then that's where we post the trade idea. And with these trade ideas, we also, so the reversal strength was really high, extension score was pretty high as well. We also post the stock change. So MVIS has changed. We were going to buy MVIS. MVIS has changed 20%. Again, perfect. And we were going to sell MVIS, or we were going to short, or we were going to sell Mara, or we were going to short Mara, and Mara is down minus 37%. So in total, our gains would be 57% in about 1 month. And these are stock gains. Then along with these, along with the alert, we also post some suggestions for call and put contracts. These usually pan out within a few days, but I think these were short-term contracts, which is why they actually did go up quite a lot. But since it has a month has already passed, which is why you're seeing both of these as red. So that's it about these. That's it about one of these alerts. Then we can see that this is MVS. This was where the idea was posted. It went up, and Mara just kept going down. So again, this is just one example of how a Yinyang trade idea works, what is it based on, and how does everything sort of work. Now, we post these trade ideas either every 2 weeks or every month. You can see that the last ones were posted on April 5th, and today we actually posted some new ones, so TGTX, AXN, Pepcar. Let's see if anything is interesting here. 2K, PFE, BX probably, LMT, AXN. Let's take a look at this one. LMT, AXN. So let's open this up. Alright, so we can't see any line here. So this again, apparently the tool had problems drawing good extension scores for this, so we can't see anything here. Let's actually go to the last result. Probably since the tool is still, at the time of this video, the tool is still drawing this data, so maybe it'll be there in a while. So let's look at BB and Mara. I want to look at something let's look at this one. I know about UZ, but I have no idea what YRCW is. So alright, so this, as you can see, this was February, and apparently we don't have any values for YRCW. That usually happens either because our vendor stops giving out some data for that particular stock, or that stock is changed to some other ticker. So my apologies for that. Let's quickly do HPQ and CAR. Alright, please work. Alright, this worked. So you can see that the distance remains the same, then it gets too close, then again we start to have the same distance. Now here it's actually started to increase, so we are expecting that the distance is again going to become the same. The reversal strength is very low. For the previous one we had a 95% reversal strength. This is very low, which is why you might see that we haven't really reversed well after the trade idea was posted. We still sort of started to reverse. So in the next 15 days, both of these trade ideas, the bull one and the bearish one, worked, but still we still wanted to go to one. So these are slightly longer term trade ideas, because sometimes it takes time for those statistical properties to pan out. let's see, this contract is up nicely, so HPQ is good. The put one is down, but overall for the on the call side you are actually up about, let's see, 8%. On the stock side you are down, because see, at this point in time CAR was going down and HPQ continued going up. At this point in time the relationship broke a little bit, so we are hoping that CAR is going to come again and HPQ is just going to keep going up. So that was again a very quick and sort of rough explanation on what the tool does. Obviously there is a lot more to how the tool works behind the scenes, but hopefully I think this should be useful to anyone who understands pair trading, or to anyone who has ever done pairs trading and who wants to get any trade ideas using our more complex tools. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video.